Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite tricks that I use to help transition my brain from task to task. It's called sensory memory and processing, and it sounds super complicated, but it's actually one of the easiest things in the world. And since high school, I've been taking advantage of this trick. As you know, your five senses are touch, taste, sight, hearing, and smell. But smell is the strongest sense when it comes to memory recall. I stumbled on this research when I was learning to study for my SATs. Yeah, you heard me right. I studied how to better study. And I went to art school and they didn't even look at my test scores. Back then, I learned that if you chewed a strong flavored gum or you smelled a little satchel of lavender or rose petals when you studied, and then you chewed the same gum and smelled the same scent when you took the test, it really helped with your memory recall. Back then, I had a lot of test anxiety, so this trick really helped me in my junior and senior year in high school and throughout college. Now, the truth in this situation is not about which scent is best for a specific action. It's more about what you're convincing yourself as truth. Remember that you are in charge of your own mindset. So if you believe it's going to work or you believe it's not going to work, you're going to be correct. Now, if you back up that truth with practice and repetition, those neural pathways are going to get nice and thick and really cement that idea in your mind. Do you know why you can't teach a dog new tricks? It's actually a lot harder to convince a dog to rethink his truth. Some examples of how I use sensory memory and processing in my own life are I have multiple oil diffusers in every room, depending on what task I'm doing. I have different body washes depending on what time I take a shower. I drink different types of tea depending on the energy level I need. Now, the caffeine helps, but so does the smell. I love a good combo of smells too. Lavender, pine, and bark for relaxation and sleep, citrus and mint for energy, and orange and cinnamon for study and focus. I also pair an audio and visual for study and focus. Usually it's a YouTube video of a thunderstorm and a classical piano music channel that's playing low in the background. I feel more focused when it rains, which is a really great perk about living in the Pacific Northwest. But in the summer, I really start to lose my focus. So having a rainstorm that's playing really helps me get me back into the mindset to get my work done. If you haven't considered this concept before, I would start thinking about the smells around you and the ones that have been deeply embedded in your brain that immediately take you back to a memory. Some examples are seasons. Florals in the spring, groundbreaking, suntan lotion and fresh cut grass in the summer, and warm spices during the fall and winter. Or how about people? People that maybe wear too much perfume, who are cigarette or cigar smokers, or your grandmother smelling like vanilla or basil. Also fun experiences. Popcorn at the movies, campfire smoke, and salty sea air at the beach. And finally, nothing stronger than a childhood nostalgia, like a fresh box of crayons being opened. How about old library books or chalk and whiteboard markers? I bet as soon as you heard some of these things, you could automatically recall those smells. It's a powerful tool that you can harness and use for your own productivity. Essential oils are super trendy and easily available, but you can also use room sprays, candles, and lotions. Pick out a smell or a combination of smells that's pleasing to you that you'd like to associate with your productive time and start using it whenever you get to work. After you make it a routine, it'll help trigger your brain when you're having a hard time getting in the right mood to be productive. Also, I have one more trick. If you have a quality topical grade peppermint oil, smearing a little bit on the back of your neck will help give you a nice tingly pick-me-up feeling if you're dragging after lunch.